I survived. Where am I? Huh. Hello everyone, my name is Great Harlequin and welcome to a Let's Play series, a survival series, which we are playing on the Crafttopia multiplayer server. A server we have with some new friends, some old friends, some streamer folk, and a lot of interesting people. I'm not going to keep you waiting, let's go straight into the action of day one. And with that being said, we started off our first day. So every player got a plot assigned to them. We got plot number 7, I think, or number 12. In any ways, I was really happy with this plot. It had a nice natural laying next to the river. It had some nice things here, and also there was a buried treasure chest. So each of the numbered plots had a buried treasure chest, indeed, somewhere around. So being very giddy, started up looking around, inspecting my little plots, and of course the obligatory name change was one of those things we still had to do. So we made it a Hardy's plot. Very inventive, I know. So after that we started off with a little obligatory mining session. So we went down to diamond level and we started mining everything that we could, and after an hour we still hadn't found any diamonds. Now, truth be told, I was rather busy getting all the new blocks and inspecting all the new blocks because I hadn't any experience with them. So in the footage here I do not find any diamonds. Luck is the moment that I stopped recording was the moment that I finally struck diamonds. So I actually knew at that point that the curse or the problem with diamond ore not generating in the deep stone was actually solved. So that was actually quite a good thing. So yeah, mining around, lots of stuff, and just enjoying ourselves all the way around. Now also, just to give you a clear heads up, this is a tweaked version of vanilla Minecraft. We use a lot of itsy bitsies that you can find on vanilla tweaks. If you want a complete list, I will give it in one of the following episodes. Now, following that, of course, you had we had to make our opening house or our base house. We started off with a very basic structure of some spruce and a spruce stairs roof, and followed it up. Now, fun fact, I actually had to do this roof section 3 times because I kept messing up every single window that I built. It had been a while since I actually built a roof like this, so I had to refresh myself live on the job. Didn't die once at this point from falling off. Came very close 2 times. But yeah, chopping out these corners and then figuring out how to do the elevations. There we go, and then taking out these blocks just to give that a nice little rich effect and a little bit of variety. You know, I like a little bit of variety in my buildings, and I think this was the opportune moment to break up what would have been a single brown structure. So yeah, that's what we were thinking about. Yeah, and the reason I'm doing a voiceover is actually just because I forgot to put my mic on. So I was actually talking this entire section and I just forgot to put my mic on. Well, there you go, beginner's mistakes. After that, we started working on the inside structure as well. We went for the combination of oak and spruce. If you find a better combination, please let me know, but they're very good to start off with. Nice tall windows. Did these in upside down stairs on the inside just to give a little bit more view of those spruce pillars, because I found it really a shame to actually lose so much of it, so therefore the inverted stairs, and we had to replace them here and there to put some ladders in for our ceiling, and a little roof room that we will use for other purposes later on in the season. So yeah, large windows, as I said, using our oak to create some detailing on the outside, and then some oak trapdoors, if I'm not mistaken, to create the windows. It's a very easy effect. It gives a lot of depth to your build, and I think it is actually quite one of the nicest effects that you can create with starting out structures. So yeah, here you can see me testing where a ladder should be, and then thinking about really replacing it. Eventually we ended up placing it over there, if I'm not mistaken, and then we went to work on the door frame itself to decide that we're gonna put the staircase next to the door, because why not change 3 times when you're busy. One of the tweaks that we have is actually that we can create more stairs with the crafting bench, because we lose a lot of goods while building stairs, and there are a few advanced builders here, and losing so many resources would be a shame. And this is actually how it looks when it was done. So build it up from the floor a bit, so we created a basement where we can work in, and that was it. On to a new adventure. So we built up a little farm area, we made sure that we had a home base, we made sure that we had some diamonds. So the following thing to gather is a villager. So we set out from this natural valley, and I will give the seed somewhere. You can see that actually our starting zone is a valley, like a little plains biome between extreme hills and a forest. And it's like a nice little caldera with our spawn village in the middle. And this is the only way to get to the sea, by the river. So you can actually go out between these cliffs, which is just a monumental site, and then you can set out. After a few moments we actually found a village where we could steal a few villagers, and I brought this one back home and named him Ernest. He was the first one, and he would start off my villager breeder. Now that villager breeder itself is a very easy design. You just make a little field, 8x8 field, and you put a villager in there. You put a second villager in like a little, you put actually 2 farmer villagers in there, and then you make like a little entranceway with 2 beds on either side and a hole in the middle, because the baby villagers will think that they can jump on the beds, and they will just jump in the hole, where you can collect them and store them and move them somewhere else. When that was finally done, we started actually moving a little bit of blocks around. We started shaping out the building, because I didn't want the village breeder to muddy the site around, so I started actually sculpting out a form, free-forming with stone bricks, which we then completely finished off. Here you can see actually the villagers at work, so 2 farmers with the composters in the wall, shaping up. And then at a certain moment I actually started realizing that I'm actually cutting was blocking off too many parts of it, and that mob spawning could be an issue later on, and those walls could be reused for something else. Making sure that my dudes got enough light to work with, taking away some of the lightning rods, because we didn't want them to die from a sudden thunderstorm or turn into witches, because that would have been bad. So took away all of those things, because actually the follow-up was covering them up, so we had a nice shape on top to work with. To give it like, my idea was to put like a ruined frame on it, or give it like a ruined feel, like a tower that has collapsed. You will see later how that turned out. So again, filling up all the blocks, making sure that we have enough room to work with from there. And at a certain moment I saw that these two were in love and that I knew that the farm was working. Up until that point it could have been a tremendous loss of time. So as you can see, they stand over there in that little hole, and then the baby walks through and falls down, which triggers the villagers in actually creating a new baby because it doesn't register in the village anymore, which is very fun. Of course, this was a lousy building, so I started actually giving it some texture, putting the new black stone blocks in, putting some cracked bricks in, putting all of the grey blocks in, the grey-green blocks as well, the cobblestone, the mossy cobblestone, just to give it a little bit more texture and break up the entire line. And on top of that, this is actually one of the final sections that we did, working around getting those blocks in perfect shape. And this is how it looks at the end. We planted some trees on the top and gave it that nice weathered look. And that was basically it for the first day. We made some simple farms, we created an automatic furnace, we got some doggies, we helped some people around in the community here, and we called it a day. So next time we will try and make some new farms. Of course, we will go maybe on a little nether exploration, and we'll see from there. Thank you for being here, so much appreciated. If you liked it, you can always press the follow button. If you really liked it, please press the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next episode. My name is Great Harlequin. Keep on building.